The year was 2015, halfway to the end of the decade. With the world changing, the Lido Island Railway had to work hard to adapt and meet the ever-growing demands and changes of the world. Luckily, its fleet worked tirelessly to keep the trains running on time. There were 9 engines that worked the main railway at the time. Alfred, who pulled the local express, Jeffrey and Emily, who were both mixed traffic engines, Hank, the primary goods engine who had come from America, Abby, who took the Dashing King, Lido Island's most famous express train, Lady and Albert, who were both shunters and station pilots, as well as small passenger and goods trains, Reginald, who took the Night Express, and lastly Aled, better known as Aled Greedy, who handled mixed traffic work. Together, these engines kept the main line running smoothly and safely. It was an early morning in September. Mr. Bolton Burns, who was in charge of the Lido Island Railway, had come to see the engines. "Good morning, engines. I have some exciting news for you all. We're getting a brand new shunter. New coaches? A day off?" No, and sadly no. I've been talking to the Calico Steelworks Company about moving their goods. It seems they're unsatisfied with the roads and are very interested in working with us. "That's amazing," said Hank. "That's more freight for me to haul." "How will that fit into the schedule?" "I've already arranged it. Abby, you'll be taking steel from the scrapyard and delivering it to the Calico Steelworks plant. Then you'll be taking another train from the plant and delivering it to White Whale Harbor." But me, sir? But I'm an express engine. I'm perfectly capable of taking cars, Abby. You'll handle that train, understood?" "Yes, sir. But what about—" "Jeffrey will cover your afternoon train, Abby. The rest of you have normal schedules. Also, as a side note to you, Abby, I want you on your best behavior. The Steelworks was talking to the King's Harbor Railway before I showed up." The engines all exchanged a nervous look. "I know it's not ideal, but we have the chance to show them that we are the best to provide the services they need. So I want you all on your best behavior and ready to work. All right, let's get at it." The LIR's main rival in those days was the King's Harbor Railway. Like the LIR, they worked hard to do right by their company, though some of their members were less ethical than others. "Hello, everyone. Sleep well? I would have slept better if Dart hadn't been snoring up a storm last night." "Hey, I can't help it." "That's enough. Listen, I have some big news. We have some new trucks. I'm pulling a very important visitor. We have a day off. No, and sadly no." "Oh, I know, sir. You got that metal contract." "No, Damon, we did not. The LR is going to be running a trial train for the Calico Shipping Company later today." The diesels growled angrily. "How can Calico think of hiring those steamies?" asked Jeremy. "I'm not sure, but we need that contract, and I want you lot to get it for me." "Sure. Only, the thing is, he means he wants to know how, sir." "We have several trains that need to go out today. That is the perfect time to prove your superiority to those steam engines." "Oh, that'll be very easy, won't it, Ten?" "But it will?" "Oh, yes, it will. Just you see." Back at Canewood City, Abby was having a field day with her assignment. The cars were all laughing at her. They normally behaved well, but they didn't like Abby at all. "Her Majesty's gotta get dirty with us, lads. What a shame. Careful, princess, you don't want to ruin their pretty coat of paint." They all laughed while Abby snorted with rage. "Oh, just my luck. I would get saddled with this absurd job, and I would have to do all this shunting. Lady, why wasn't my train ready?" "I had another train to shunt, Abby. You can shunt just fine, last I checked." "An express engine of my caliber does not shunt, young lady." "Oh, spare me that I don't shunt rhetoric and get moving. You need to pick up that load and you're already running late. You want Mr. Burns to yell at you again?" Here I thought after all these years someone would understand the plight of express engines by now. And with that, Abby puffed away. "Plight of express engines. Ha! Give me a break. If anyone has a plight, it's the poor shunters. Abby was soon on her way to the scrapyard to get the steel. The cars were all delighted to give her trouble. All hail Princess Abby, first of her name, and lost, thankfully. Hush! Abby barked, but the cars kept singing and laughing at her as she puffed along. Oh, I cannot wait for this job to be over. She quickly alighted the scrapyard, but she was still in a bad mood. Hurry up, you all, I want this bloody job over with. Take it easy, we need to make sure all the metal is secure. Well, be quick about it. The sooner I am done with this job, the better. I'm not risking anyone's safety because you're being impatient, Abby. Girl. Abby finally left the yard with the newly loaded cars, but they kept singing at her. All hail Princess Abby, first of her name, and lost, thankfully. Abby rolled her eyes and kept going faster and faster down the line. Unbeknownst to her, trouble lay ahead. Damon and Diesel 10 were waiting for her. Damon, are you sure this is a good idea? It's fine, 10. There's no passengers and no one's getting hurt. Plus, she can't see us. It's foolproof. Now come on. Now. They gave the line of cars a hard shove, and they went rolling down the line, just in front of Abby. My word! Her brakes came on with a horrible screech, but the cars began to bump into each other. When she had stopped, her driver got out to examine the damage. There's a whole lot of scrap on the ground. It's going to take ages to get this up, he said, frustrated. Abby looked at the line of cars. Now, where on earth did these things come from? She asked. Her driver then looked back down the line. I have a theory on that. What on earth were you two thinking? It was all Ten's fault, sir. Damon, do you think I was born yesterday? You really expect me to believe you had nothing to do with this? Damon remained silent. That's what I thought. Honestly, did you really think you were going to get away with this? All those cars have lot numbers on them. It took the police 10 minutes to track them back here. We were only trying to show the Calico Company that we were better suited to take their trains, Diesel 10 said weakly. How in God's wonderful heaven did you think you were going to do that by endangering an engine and her crew? Calico now knows what you did, so they're refusing to work with us, and we have to reimburse them for causing a delay in their deliveries. And to top it all off, we're on the hook for all of Abby's repairs. Your actions have cost this company thousands upon thousands of pounds. Damon, you're on shunting duties until further notice. Diesel 10, you're on goods work until I say otherwise. I'm very disappointed in you both. Yes, sir. How are you feeling, Abby? I'll be fine, sir. Just a little sore. You should be thankful it's nothing worse. I was told you were speeding. I was, sir. I wanted the job over with quickly. I know goods work isn't your favorite type of work, but it has to be done, and it has to be done safely. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. We're all ready to go, sir. All right, Hank. Abby, take care of yourself. I will, sir. Honey, you're back home late. How did it go today? It was a mess. The King Harbor branch nearly messed everything up on the trial run. Oh dear, so does that mean you're not getting the contract? No, they know it wasn't our fault, so they're giving us another chance. But that's not why I'm worried. Well, what's wrong then, honey? Bolton was very quiet. Bolton? You know that you can tell me anything. Well, the finance department called me a few weeks back. They found some irregularities in our finances. What are you saying? I'm saying the Lido Island Railway has an embezzler in its midst.